Okay guys, so like I promised, I'm going to be showing you guys how to do stat stuff on a calculator. The calculator that I'm using is Sharp EL520W. I can also show you guys on a different calculator. I also have the Casio as well if you want to see it on that. But it's quite simple. The first thing you'd have to do is put your mode to stats, which I've already done that, but I'll show you guys. You'd press mode. You press 1 for stat. And then depending on what kind of statistics you're doing, you either do single digit, line, quadratic. There's pretty much that's it. So I'm just going to do single digit. So now what you do is, for example, if you want to put in a set of data, the way you do that is, say my first value is 0.1. I'd put in 0.1, then I'd put M plus to put it into my memory. And you should have, it should say data set equals 1. That means that your value is actually entered in. And you have 1 N value. Next, you can put in a different value like 0.2, 0.25, 0.15. These numbers probably seem familiar to you guys. And then 0.1. So I have 5 data sets. If you recall from my last video, you'll actually recognize these values. They're actually the values I used to show you guys how to find mean and standard deviation manually. So what you do now is to find your standard deviation, you hit alpha, and you hit the 5 key, which gives you standard deviation. And then you hit equals, and that's your standard deviation. Okay? Next, you need to find your mean. So once again, you do alpha, and this time you hit 4, which has the X bar symbol on top of it, and you get 0.16 as your mean, which is the value that we had found. Subscribe to me so you guys can see some cool videos doing science and experiments and maybe learning something new. Thanks!